Dear children, today we have to learn in standard 9 subject social science chapter number 10. The name of the chapter is Organs of the Government. What is the name of the chapter, dear children? The name of the chapter is Organs of the Government. It means Sarkarna Ango. Now, total 3 organs of the government are there. Dear children, total how many organs of the government are there? Total 3 organs of the government are there. Which are they? First, legislative. It means legislative. It means Dharasabha. Second one, executive, Karobari. And third one, judicial. It means the Nyayatantra. Now we will study about in detail. There are the 3 organs of the government: the legislative, executive, as well as the judiciary. We shall study in detail the formation of all the 3 organizations of the government, their power and their function, and the interpersonal relation. It means we will study into the detail of these 3 organs of the government: legislature, executive, and the judiciary. One of the main objective of the nation to maintain the law and order. Dear children, what is the main objective of the nation? The main objective of the nation is to maintain law and order, and thereby achieve the welfare of the nation. Through the maintaining law and order, they have to achieve the welfare of the nation. At the same time, to nurture and to protect the freedom as well as the fundamental rights of the citizen. For the progressive development of state, it is necessary that these 3 organs of the government, legislative, executive, and judiciary, work mutually, unity, cooperation, coordination. What they have to say that? They have to say that these 3 organs of the government working with the unity, cooperation, as well as with the coordination, so that the government can run its administration effectively as well as the efficiently. The legislative work is to frame the law. What was the work of the legislative? Legislative work is to frame the law. What was the work of the executive? The executive work to implement the framework. What here the legislative execute the law? Here executive implement the framework, and judiciary is the work to maintain the law and order. What was the work of judiciary? Judiciary work is to maintain law and order and to punish the people who violate the law. The legislative is for the Constitution of India consists of the Parliament at the central, legislative assembly and the state level. The executive as per the Constitution of India consists of President, Prime Minister, Cabinet Minister, and administrative system of the center, and the Governor, Chief Minister, and his Cabinet and administrative system work at the state level. It means here the working one side on the central level and second side is the working on the state level. Where in the judiciary, the Supreme Court is at the top. If you to see at the judiciary level, then we know very well that the Supreme Court is the topmost court in the nationwide. In the middle are the High Court, and the state and the bottom there are the subordinate courts like district court, special court. Thus the judiciary is separate, independent, organized whole which is completely apart from legislative and executive. That's what we have to say that. We have to say that judiciary is totally independent from legislative and executive. India is a union of the states. Dear children, you know very well that the India is a union of the states. So, state is completely independent and sovereign. The Indian parliamentary system has divided the power according to the principle of the division of the power between center and the state, such as legislative, executive is totally interdependent on each other. It means here legislative and executive, these both are totally interdependent with each other. Wherever the judiciary and third one, judiciary is separate, independent and impartial organ. It means judiciary is independent, impartial and separate organ from the legislative and executive. Now dear children, they will given about the principle of the division of the power. It means satta विश्लेषण ना सिद्धांत. The government carry out the function of the state and these are the different from one another. The function of all the three organs of the government are different. The function of the three organs of the government are the different, and all the functions are required at certain expertise. All the three organs of the government should be administered by the different people, and each organ should carry out its own function. It means each organ is carried out its own function. By division of the power, misuse can be avoided. It is necessary to divide power among the three organs. It means here you cannot misuse the power, and here they have to divide their power among three organs of the government to order to make the functions of the government easy as well as the efficient. For example, the legislative has to power to formulate the law. Already we have to learn that the legislative has the power to formulate the law, but some power are so given to the executive as well as the judiciary that the legislative cannot misuse that power. Similarly, the executive is controlled. Executive is controlled by giving the power to the legislative and the judiciary, and the judiciary is controlled by giving the power to the legislative and executive. Now, first of all, we have to learn about the legislature. It means Dhara Sabha. Now, under this legislature, India is a republic having a parliamentary democracy. Dear children, you know very well that India is a republic having the which kind of the democracy? Parliamentary democracy. The representative of the people at the center is seen at the parliament. It means the representative of the people we have to see at the parliament of the state is seen in the legislative assembly. The parliament is an important and apex organization of the nation. The Indian Parliament consists of, now the Indian Parliament consists of President, Vice President, Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha. Now they have to given that legislature is divided into two types of. Now this legislature is divided into two types. One, they have to given that unicameral legislature. Unicameral legislature means एक गृही Dhara Sabha, under which when the legislature is consist of one house, the legislature is consist of one house, it is called as a unicameral legislature. Second one, they have to given about the bicameral legislature, it means Tribhuhi Dwara Sabha. When the legislature is consist of how many houses? Two houses. Here only one house is there. Here how many houses are there? Two houses are there. It is called as a bicameral legislature. At the central level, the upper house of the legislature is called as the Rajya Sabha. What is called as the Rajya Sabha, dear children? Rajya Sabha is called as the upper house of the parliament. And the lower house, it is called as a Lok Sabha. And the lower house, it is called as a Lok Sabha. At the state level, legislature consists of the legislative assembly and the legislative council. Most of the state have only one legislative assembly. States like Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra also have legislative council also. Now dear children, first of all they have to given that legislator at the central level, parliament, Lok Sabha. What they have given that? They have to given the information that legislator at the central level, parliament, Lok Sabha. Now under this, what they have given that Lok Sabha is also known as the lower house of the parliament. It means Lok Sabha is also known as the lower house of parliament. This is the most important thing. The member of the Lok Sabha are the representative of the people, and that's why we can say that the member of the Lok Sabha are the representative of the people who are elected through the direct election. Here, the people are elected through the direct election. There are in all 545 members. How many? Total 545 members of the Lok Sabha are there. Out of 545 members, 2 members are selected by the president from the Anglo-Indian community. It is out of 545 members, 2 members are selected by the President of India, and these two members are from Anglo-Indian community. President is a part of the parliament. What they have given that? They have given that President is a part of the parliament. Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. The President addressed the first meeting of the parliament and the joint session of the parliament. It means the President have authority to address the first meeting of the parliament and the joint session of the parliament. Besides these two occasions, the President never attend the parliament. The President can summon both the houses of the parliament, can withhold the processing of both the houses of the parliament, and can even dissolve the parliament. A bill which has passed through 3 readings, a bill which has passed through how many readings, dear children? 3 readings in the both the houses of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha of the parliament can become an act only after the President has signed. What they have to say that a bill become a law when this bill was passed through Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, and how many reading? 3 reading is there. When the President has signed this bill, then this bill become a law. Lok Sabha is not a permanent house. Ye children, be careful. Lok Sabha is not a permanent house. It's term for the 5 years. It's term for the how many years? For the 5 years. If it not dissolved before the completion of the term. Constitution of India is a supreme and not the parliament. What they have to say that here the Constitution of India is a supreme and not a parliament. Hence the parliament has to enjoy its power within the limit prescribed by the Constitution of India. If the law framed by the parliament violates the Constitution, they can be challenged into the court. If here the parliament has violated the Constitution law, then it's challenged into the court. If the court find the frame law against the provision of Constitution, the court can nullify the law. And that's what happened there. Here the court can nullify the law. Now next, they have to given about the qualification for the membership of the Lok Sabha. What they have given that? They have given the qualification for the membership of the Lok Sabha. It's Sansad Sabhyani like that. To be qualified as a candidate and to be elected as a member of the Lok Sabha, he or she must be a citizen of India. What they have to say that? They have to say that he or she must be citizen of India, should be 25 years of age. How many years of the dear children for the member of the Lok Sabha? 25 years of age or more. He or she should not be having the unsound mind or insolvent. He or she should not be employed of the central or the state government. He must not be proven the criminal activity. There should be a period of 6 months between 2 sittings of the parliament. How many? Here, you have to give the period of the 6 months between the 2 meetings of the parliament. A president can dissolve the Lok Sabha on the counsel of the Prime Minister. A member of any of the house of the parliament can attend the proceeding of that house and can vote in the same house. It means they have to give the vote at the same house. But a member of the cabinet ministry can attend the proceeding at the both houses of the parliament if he or she is not a member of the Lok Sabha. But if or she is a member of the upper house, then he or she can vote in that house only. State of Gujarat has a representative of 26 members in the Lok Sabha. Dear children, total how many members the Lok Sabha of the Gujarat state? Total 26 members are there in Lok Sabha from the Gujarat state. The term of the Lok Sabha is a 5 year, but the president can dissolve it before they, if needed. In the case of national emergency, listen, if in the case of national emergency, the term of the Lok Sabha can be extended for the 1 year more. If the president dissolve the parliament, it cannot be challenged in court. After they have given about the information of the quorum. Quorum is the number of the member. Quorum, it means the number of the member present in the house of the parliament. It is the number of member present and working in the house
out of the total member of that house. The minimum quorum, it means the minimum quorum of the Lok Sabha should be 1/10. Minimum quorum in the Lok Sabha should be 1/10. It means out of 545 members, 55 members should be present. Similarly, in the minimum quorum of the Rajya Sabha to should be the 1/10. If you to see the Rajya Sabha level, here presently we are learning about Lok Sabha. If you see the Rajya Sabha level, then Rajya Sabha is 250 members. 250 means 1/10 part. 25 should be the presented in the Rajya Sabha. Now second topic. Next they will give the information about the Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha 250 members are there. Now Rajya Sabha is the upper house of the parliament. Now what they have to say that Rajya Sabha is the upper house. Which house, dear children? Upper house of the parliament. It is representative house of the state and union territories of India. What they would say that it is a representative house of the state and the union territories of India. There are in all 250 members in the Rajya Sabha. In Rajya Sabha total how many members are there? 250 members are there in Rajya Sabha. The member of the Rajya Sabha are indirectly elected. What Lok Sabha directly elected by the people. Here, the Rajya Sabha's members are indirectly elected by the member of the Legislative Assembly of the state and the Union Territory through the method of the equivalent representative. In all, 238 members of the Rajya Sabha are elected. It means 238 members of the Rajya Sabha are elected, and these members are not elected by the people. These members are elected by the Legislative Assembly of the states, and rest 12 members are nominated by the President of India. Here children be careful. Here in Rajya Sabha 250 members are there. In 250 members, 12 members are nominated by the President of India. These nominated members should be having the special knowledge or practical experience with the respect of literature, science, art, culture, sports and the social studies. It means here the president directly nominated the 12 members of the Rajya Sabha, and these members are the expert of the different field of literature, science, art, culture and the sport. No person can be member of the both the house simultaneously. What they have to say that here no member has both the houses simultaneously. Now they have to given about the qualification of the membership of the Rajya Sabha. It means they have to given about the qualification. It means like to be qualified as a candidate and to be elected as a member of Rajya Sabha, he or she must be a citizen of India. He or she must be citizen of India. He or she should be the 30 years of age or more. He or she must not of unsounded mind, insolvent or criminal. He or she should not be a government employee taking the salary or holding any office of the proprietor. State of Gujarat has the representation of 11 seats in the Rajya Sabha. How many seats? Gujarat state have the 11 seats in the Rajya Sabha and 26 seats in the Lok Sabha. Rajya Sabha is the permanent house. Dear students, be careful. Rajya Sabha is a permanent house. Lok Sabha is not a permanent house. It cannot be dissolved. Rajya Sabha cannot be dissolved. But 1/3 of its member retired every 2 years. 1/3 member of the Rajya Sabha was retired every 2 years, and the same number of members are elected. Thus, the tenure of the member of the Rajya Sabha is 6 years. Here, Rajya Sabha is working for the how many years? Time duration 6 years. Lok Sabha is for the 5 years. However, the members are eligible for re-election and re-nominated. Generally, both the houses of the parliament meet for the 3 times a year. What they have given the dear children, be careful here. Both the houses of the parliament meet for the 3 times a year. These meetings are called the session. These meetings are called as a session. That is budget session, monsoon session and winter session. Which session? Budget session, monsoon session and winter session. The Vice President of India, by virtue or his office, hold the office or chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Who is the chairman of Rajya Sabha? Then Vice President of India is the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Wherever the Vice Chairman of the Rajya Sabha is elected by the member of the Rajya Sabha. The Vice Chairman of the Rajya Sabha is elected by the member of the Rajya Sabha from among themselves only. The first chairman of the Rajya Sabha is Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. Actually, if you to see the first chairman of the Rajya Sabha, the first chairman of the Rajya Sabha is Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. Thank you.